Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Saglitch, aka Sag. And don't even get at me, Sag, you've been slacking. Well, guess what? It's spring break! Yeah! Hey guys, what's going on? As stated before, it is spring break. It is currently Friday, so we are at the tail end, technically speaking, the last day of spring break. And no, I'm not counting the weekend because the weekend is kind of like the preview for the weekdays. I'm going to take that as usual, but I got to tell you, first and foremost, I've been relaxing with family. My mom and dad were nice enough to drive down from South Carolina, made that very long trip, and my parents are pretty old, so it's super awesome. I know they're sore from the driving. They're driving back right now as we speak, so I'm waiting on the phone call. It was super nice to have them come down and be able to enjoy life down here, so we didn't spend that 10 hours one way to get up there. Not much was going on. We try to make the house presentable. As you can see, it's kind of a disaster right now. We will be cleaning up this weekend because it does make a huge difference, the difference between 3 people living in the house versus 5 people that live in the house. Go a little bit easy on the background if you see anything. My wife's a little bit hesitant when I do these videos and the house isn't pristine, but as you guys know, not every day is going to be perfect. Not much went on this week, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't a successful spring break. It wasn't a great spring break. I actually enjoy the nice little time off that we have to kind of rejuvenate, recuperate, and kind of rest our bodies through the hell it goes through during the school year. I know what you guys are thinking. For my younger viewers or for viewers who aren't teachers, you think that stuff's kind of easy, and in fact it's not. We have to prepare everything we do. It's kind of like comedians that do stand-up comedy, but we do the same routine for 40 minutes depending on the classes. I do 40 something minute classes. I got 3 algebra classes and 3 pre-algebra classes, so it's kind of like doing 2 different acts in one day. As a teacher, I try to be presentable to the students. I try to give them the energy that I would appreciate as a student. Understand that it's not as easy as what some people make it seem like. The ones that make it seem easy are the ones that do it well. Talking about my parents that drove all the way Spartanburg County to Orange County, Florida. You could tell it took a lot out of them. We were all asleep by, I think, 8 o'clock that night. And last Friday, I actually had to go in for half a day to finish all of the accommodation logs and things like that for my students who have IEPs and 504s. If you guys have no idea what that is, don't worry about it or look it up yourself. It's not my position to go over what that kind of stuff is. My parents came down, we enjoyed it, and in fact, I didn't tell my parents about it. I actually kind of forgot. I know my wife reminded me, and if she's watching this, hey, listen, sorry. We were going to take family photos, and she actually had a person coming up to take pictures, and we decided to kind of cancel that just in case something happened. But it ended up that my sister-in-law, who does communication work for Disney, and she's pretty awesome at it, has a hobby of photography, and she was nice enough to take time out of her day, take time out of her week to take family photos of myself, my wife, my parents, and of course All Day Andre, the newest addition of the family. More to that in a later video. Let me take a second to let you guys see the outcome of some of those pictures. One of the best things to do during this time, and one of the best things that we do as a family, is because my parents are a little bit older, they are retired, they did have a very stressful job on their bodies, is to kind of relax them. You know, they don't move and get out quite as often. Not that they're lazy by any means. They do crazy stuff at their house. They take care of everything. I have so much respect for them. to kind of take it easy. We sat down, we played a lot of card games. My in-laws actually introduced me to a game called Back Alley. My brother-in-law, who's not in that immediate family, calls it a prison game because it takes up so much of our time. And in fact, All Day Andre actually took the time to try to learn the game, which a little complicated. He's still in the very beginning stages of learning the game, but he did try and he had a lot of fun with it. So I appreciate the fact that we got to experience that over the spring break. Your boy's birthday, that's right, I'm getting ancient, 33 years old, and on YouTube terms, listen, I'm ready to get sent out to the pasture, take a nice little 45 and, you know what I'm saying, just take me out of my misery at this point. But until they do that, I'm going to keep presenting you guys stuff. I got 2 awesome sweaters by my wife. They're both tie-dyed oriented. I definitely have worn them every now and then. It's been a little bit too hot the last couple of days to do so, but when I do get a second, I'll make sure to let you guys know in a different video what those shirts are, because they are worth mentioning, because they're awesome, from King Size company that do really cool graphics. So that was really awesome. And more importantly, if you guys haven't noticed, nice little tripod, which I did have a tripod that I was happy about, but the most important thing out of all this, if you can't hear the wind from the fan, that's because your boy got a new tripod setup vlogger kit for this iPhone. And with that being said, let me tell you something about this. Although it is not a breakdown video of the Rode Vlogger iOS edition kit, I will say the one biggest thing that I needed in all my videos, and for you guys that watch my vlogs, you will see that there is a huge difference between the microphone that's on there right now versus when I don't have any microphone, and I think you guys will appreciate that a little bit more as well. Of course, we celebrated with family. It was Wednesday, 316, baby, because your boy Saglitch said 316. Saglitch is gonna kick y'all candy. No, I'm just kidding. That's The Rock. Listen, I don't mix up my wrestlers because your boy was a 90s wrestling fiend. We went out to Mexican on Wednesday for lunch for my birthday. I love Mexican food. It's honestly my favorite. And then later that night, my in-laws came over with my nephew and my sister-in-law, my mother and father-in-law, and we all had pizza, which is a family tradition for get-togethers, and had a nice little cake.
Happy birthday. But we're not singing yet.
You gotta eat your strawberries.
No. Are you ready to sing?
You gotta eat strawberries.
Don't
How
you
many
eyeball
do you
me.
get?
So 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, plus 1 in the middle for good luck.
Oh.
33.
Okay, sing fast before the cake melts.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Seth. Happy birthday to you. Are you one?
No, we're not doing that. He's too old.
Given to me from Publix, from my wife, who obviously knows her deal. She knows her husband, because that cake was the bomb.com, as she says. It was a nice, relaxing birthday. Even when I was younger, I didn't have many birthday parties. I actually kind of surpassed them to get the one big gift that my parents always got me. And as I'm getting older, you come to realize and you come to find out for these younger guys, and not the fact that no one enjoys their parents and no one enjoys their family, but you come to find out that you have more of an appreciation for what's there, why you get to experience it with them. As this time goes on, and kind of suck because I only get to see my parents 3 times a year, 4 times if I'm lucky. A lot better now than it was before when I worked security. I had to kind of take a second to myself. Earlier today when they left, we went back to bed because they did leave early, but your boy was a little sad and I'm still a little bit off. The one thing that my dad and I did appreciate together was watching some NCAA basketball, which again, as you guys can see, this is filmed on Friday, March 18th, and we are in the process of the first round of the NCAA tournament. And last night we watched St. Peter's upset Kentucky, which was really awesome to watch. They did a great job at that game. And we also watched the Creighton game versus San Diego State University. These games, as of right now, aren't the best of games because, you know, they're kind of high seed versus low seed. The middle seeds are really awesome. A team like St. Peter's, who was ranked 15th, and Kentucky, who's been great at basketball for years in the SEC, got together, and that's why they call it March Madness. Crazy things happen. Other than that, guys, I get to play video games tonight. My parents took over my bedroom, mine and my wife's bedroom. We went to our nursery that we set up for foster care. We had 2 twin mattresses that we're able to use, so we kind of split those off and laid in and did that. And now we get to take over our bedroom again. We allow my parents to do that because, you know, it would be more comfortable to them. We had a better bed. So, of course, the hospitality in us came out, and you know, we learned well from the people that allowed us to be here. So I'm sorry that spring break wasn't something crazy. I did kind of divvy in those things that happened over that time, but regardless, I hope you guys enjoy your spring break if your kid's on it. I hope you guys enjoy, you know, your life, and when family and friends come down to visit, make sure you enjoy their time, because it's not always going to be that kind of ability to enjoy it with family. So, last thing we're going to say, I hope you guys are having a great day, great week, great month, and great year. And as always, if you haven't done so, leave a like if you did, comment if you want, subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace. Some parents' worst nightmare is to put a kid on the skateboard and hope that he doesn't get hurt. Well, you know, when you let a kid go up and down the sidewalk, they don't get hurt. But what is it when you trust a kid and let him grow on his own and go down a massive hill? What's going to be the outcome? We'll see today.